75 years ago yesterday, a massive explosion claimed the lives of nearly 300 people in the worst school disaster in U.S. history. East Texas News' Lauren Callahan learned that even though New London was a rural, unincorporated community back in 1937, a discovery called black gold allowed the town to build a state-of-the-art school.
You're talking about 1,200, 1,300 kids in an area that had nothing before that.
But with their new oil fortune, the New London community was able to build a $300,000 school in 1932.
And it had every wonderful thing that you could put into a school.
Like most homes and businesses in the area at the time, the building was heated with excess natural gas from the oil fields. Unbeknownst to anyone, a leak occurred under the school, and natural gas was building up.
At 3:17 on March the 18th, the shop teacher had repaired a sander, plugged it in, small spark, and you get the worst school disaster ever. You killed almost 300 children, students, parents who were visiting, teachers and all. One fell swoop right there.
I was 7 years old. I was just outside the building that blew up.
Bobby Myers lost her brother in the blast.
He was a bright young guy, 10 years old, so full of life. And I have really wondered how his life would, but I think it would have been a good one.
You look at it this way. You got a community of 12 to 1,300 kids. You take 300 of them out. Some families lose 3 children. Some families lose the only child they have. It's a devastating blow to a small community.
But as fate would have it, the Sisters of the Holy Family of Nazareth were scheduled to open the first major hospital in the area the very next day.
Once the word came that this explosion had happened at the New London School, there was no hesitation by the sisters. They opened the doors and we started treating the injured immediately.
But the emotional scars have taken longer to heal.
Those of us who went to school there, and I graduated in '58, it's in no textbook. We did not discuss it. March 18th came around, it was just another day.
It was 40 years before the community talked about what happened that day, and they still gather to remember and grieve 75 years later.
One interview was made by a survivor, and he said that the Greeks say that no one is dead, truly dead, unless no one remembers them and no one speaks their name. Today we did.
Lauren Callahan, East Texas News Midday.
A ceremony was held yesterday in New London to remember the victims of the explosion.